Welcome back to Monday Madness. What's going on, everyone?
It's Monday.
I know it's Monday. People,
Monday, and the plumber left like an hour and a half ago. So,
no, that's not good.
I threw up a large quantity of macaroni and cheese and eggnog before the show. So
Ooh,
lovely.
So let's just say those are two things I won't be eating for quite a long time.
Yeah, no kidding. No dude was here for like an hour, and it was $400 easy. So.
Ouch.
I don't want to see any more turkey stuffing, mac and cheese. No more cakes, no more pies. I am done for the year until next year. Damn it!
So I can't send you a turkey gift.
Huh?
So I can't send you a turkey gift.
No twerking turkey gift.
You don't do. What do you do for Christmas?
Ham.
Yeah,
Christmas,
we do.
Christmas is a ham holiday.
We'll do ham, or we'll do.
I'll do a little prime rib, little prime rib as well. Yeah.
Yeah, we do prime rib, and sometimes we'll do
I never, maybe because I've only had it at my friend's family's house, and it's not seasoned well. I don't know. I don't like my meat to bleed everywhere. I'm sorry.
I do.
Oh, I do. You can leave mine. You can probably even leave a little hair and skin on mine for all.
Like I said, if you want beef well done, order chicken.
Yes.
Yeah.
As somebody who worked in the kitchens professionally, yes. Me and my family, we used to joke about just wave it around in a warm room. We're good.
I think we're the only country. I don't know how it is in Canada, but maybe it's all in North America. But everywhere I've been that I've had pork that isn't the United States has been medium well.
Really?
Warm pink center. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially like a pork loin. Yeah.
Well, if you go to restaurants, pork, even hamburgers, you get them well done. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well. The ground beef nowadays comes from, your one burger probably has about 70 different cows in it. So,
and our special guest has arrived back for his second appearance on Monday Madness. We have the Lord of Darkness, the Slayer of Metal, the wolf that bays at the moon, El Necron.
And the guy who naps on the sofa. Don't forget that too.
Oh, and Blue Jay.
That's the most important one. Yeah, Blue Jay.
Hello, boys.
What was that?
Hello, boys.
Trying to steal my lines.
I'm so confused. Hey, Terry, how about some mountain oysters with slice of chitlin cornbread?
Oh, no mountain oysters.
No. Anything with chitlins? No.
I know what mountain oysters are. No, thank you.
Yeah.
They're
trick is you got to cut them up real high.
Yeah, bovine testes.
No.
Sorry, little funny farm humor for you.
I don't
know. No.
Nobody knows Funny Farm, Joe. That's the last
for me.
It was just for you, Degrassi. It was just for you.
Yeah, that's the last George Roy Hill movie anybody's going to remember.
No, it's
fantastic.
Fun fact. I was actually I went back when I was in high school. I went to go help some friends move, and the genius that the one half the couple was they gambled away like all of their grocery money and the money that they were supposed to give me to to do my bus ride home. So we were there for like a week and we had like nothing to eat. Like her mom eventually invites us over and she got this big pot of some sort of interesting stew thing. And I'm like, okay, so what kind of meat is it? She's like, tongue. Suddenly I wasn't hungry anymore.
Oh, if it's got the skin pulled off of it,
no,
it's the most tender protein you will ever eat.
Nothing like some lingua.
Yeah. No, I don't want food that's going to taste me back. Thank you.
All right, I am done talking food. Let's get into this damn show. I don't know what the hell is wrong with you guys. Tongues, balls, chitlin. Jeez. I thought we'd shake it up this week and start a little different. Start with some rumors. Spider-Man 4 will reportedly still feature Null as the main villain. Peter Parker is still set to bond with the symbiote during the film.
Good.
Yeah. Let's check it out.
I don't know.
I mean, they introduced him, so why introduce him if you're not going to use him? I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, hopefully he kills Tom Holland in this last Spider-Man 4 movie, because I still don't like Tom Holland as
Well,
Spider-Man.
that would play up to the comics. I mean, they have already introduced the concept of Miles being in that universe, so why not?
Yeah, you can go on a break, get him out for a while.
I still don't really want a live action Miles. I love the whole. I love the animation stuff so much, and it's something so nice and so different, and such a nice palette cleanse of the other superhero stuff that I don't necessarily want him in live action yet, especially if Sony's going to be handling it.
I agree. Because we got 2 movies of Miles, and they both succeed.
He's too good of a character. He's too good of a character to let Sony get anywhere near it.
No, this would be MCU, and you know what? I would be 100% down for it, especially because I know how much it'll piss off the Miles is not Spider-Man crowd, and I am so down for that.
You just want anarchy.
Tell me you've never read the comics, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, the animation is done so well, and it's something so fun and different that I look forward to. It's one of the few cape shit projects that I'm like, ooh, I can't wait till the next one comes out. That them introducing him is just, I don't know. I feel it'll dilute it.
Let them cook with Beyond the Spider-Verse. I can wait patiently.
Yeah.
At least one thing, one thing for certain. If that happens, Kevin Feige will be very happy that his favorite leak will no longer be a factor. His secrets will remain secrets.
It's, I don't know. It's just, Tom Holland is so goofy, and Null is such a serious character. To have him face off, I'm just like, oh.
Is Venom going to be in it?
No, I don't believe so.
Not the Venom that we had.
Yeah.
But if you remember correctly, in the last Spider-Man movie, he did leave behind a little bit of symbiote.
Yep.
So that does leave that option open. And after seeing him at the end of the movie with the face-off with Green Goblin, you know what? I would love to see a darker version of that Peter.
Hey, Cliff. What's going on, buddy? I will not believe it until I see it. Terry Floyd says, the only real problem with Holland is they neutered his character because they wanted Iron Man to have his snarky attitude. So basically, his version just comes off as a doofus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pipino, Peter in name only.
Peter in name only. Thank you very
Peter
much.
Parker in name only.
The same way MJ is MJ in name only.
I know I'm one of the few that will actually say this, but I do like his version of Peter Parker. The little bits that we see here and there, like when in the first movie where the guy at the deli counter is talking, and I think it's Spanish about how his attractive mom, and he goes back, fires right back at him with so how's your daughter doing? Or we see him actually doing the whole nerd thing, the whole geek thing, and I love it.
I'm a sucker for Andrew Garfield.
I love them all. Like, I've said it multiple times. I'm sure I've said it here before. If you took all 3 of them and put them in like a cocktail shaker, you'd have the perfect Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You would.
That's a good point, Mama.
Hey, Bruce. So if you're gonna say, I'm gonna pin DL's comment. If you're gonna say that Tom Holland's too goofy, can you say about Tom Hardy's Venom being too goofy?
His Venom is goofy, but at the same time dangerous. And Tom Hardy, he looks dangerous.
There'd have to be a good Venom movie for me to be able to make that
Holland
judgment.
is not he's not doesn't put the fear of God in anyone. He's not intimidating at all. Only one is he intimidating is himself when he looks in the mirror.
Any others? Venom's hilarious, especially in Venom 3. And if they leaned into that more, they could keep making them for as long as they wanted, for all I care.
I think the third one was the best one for me.
It was, and it was funnier than Deadpool and Wolverine.
I agree.
Well, that's not difficult
for me. No, not at all. But I mean, if that's the bar for, superhero comedies, let's hope that Fantastic Four doesn't lower it further.
And don't get me wrong, I didn't mind Wolverine and Deadpool, but it should have been a 90-minute movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I would have been okay with that. But that same shtick for that 2 hour and 12 minutes, however hell long the runtime was just too much.
Yeah, they spent way too long in the Phantom negative, whatever zone they were in. I can enjoy the comedy banter and everything like that. It's just, but when it goes on for that long, it wears thin.
I mean, you got to have Deadpool fan over here that likes your superhero movies.
What's the weight?
It can't be a funeral dirge for the whole 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh come on, Bruce! You don't like the what's the weight resistance on those blowjob handlers?
What happened? What?
From Deadpool and Wolverine. What's the weight resistance on those blowjob handlers?
I laughed. The movie made me laugh. There were some scenes in it that made me laugh, and I didn't mind it. I just got exhausted after a while.
Oh, I'm Deadpool. They call me Nice Pool. They match my ear huggies.
What did Kevin Feige say? It's a matter of finding where to put them and how quickly.
Yeah. Because sooner or later they're gonna start popping up in every MCU project.
You know what? I'd actually love that if Deadpool became like the Stanley equivalent of the cameo, like Avengers battle in the middle of New York, and you see Deadpool just ordering an ice cream cone. I'd friggin' love that.
Look, Bruce. If you can't be a responsible pet owner, maybe you don't deserve this little unicorn.
No unicorns.
I don't know. I think no for me, no is a stretch to be in an MCU Spider-Man movie. Didn't Feige say something earlier after No Way Home that the intent was for them to kind of bring it back down to earth and be a little bit more street level?
Yeah, and I thought that was the goal with a lot of their stuff.
And then he says, Spider-Man even say, "I'm your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man" at the end of the movie?
Yeah, it looked street level kind of preview.
Yeah, so I think I don't know. Kingpin and Spider-Man need to have an interaction at some point, and the longer they wait, the less likely it gets. So that's where I see it going. That's my idle speculation on idols.
All right.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see where they go with Daredevil and how that. Because I mean, it's all same area.
They'll be connected.
Same. Yeah.
All right. Next rumor. Jonathan Bailey may potentially consider for the DCU Batman or another role in DCU.
Who's Jonathan Bailey?
Who now? Say who?
Hashtag not my Batman.
Who? He's in Wicked.
Okay, let's.
Oh, that seals the deal.
Yes.
Hashtag not my Batman. Say it again.
All right. He's been in, let's see, Bridgerton, Heartstopper, 2 episodes of Jack Ryan.
A British Batman.
Okay,
I'd like to
there's
see
something
that.
I've seen.
Broadchurch.
Oh, I did see Broadchurch.
Broadchurch was really good.
Which Broadchurch? What did they change the name when they did? They changed the name, didn't they? When they brought it to the States,
Yes.
Americanized it.
Yeah. I forget what they changed the name to.
He's in the original British version. I don't know. I
His ears are too big. He don't look like Bruce Wayne.
He's 5'9".
Yes, Kingpin is a Daredevil villain, but he didn't start out that way.
Yeah.
He's been a Spidey villain before.
Yeah, he started off as Spidey villain.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I'm still with the idea of, I want to say it again, that the Batman in the Brave and the Bold is going to be Dick Grayson, and the Pattinson movies will be a prequel. And then when it's time for after the third Batman movie, he's going to come to the DCU as Batman. I'm calling it now.
No. You can't give me my first gun Batman as Dick Grayson.
Why not?
Your first Batman needs to be Bruce Wayne.
I don't think people will care because he'll still be in the costume.
Normies are going to be confused. David.
I would like to see them cast Jensen Ackles. I'd like to see him as
what's really gonna confuse people about Guns DCU is the preponderance of talking primates.
That's good. As long as I get some Detective Chimp, I'm happy.
I think they're gonna they're gonna be different colors. Maybe that's how we tell the difference. I don't know.
Well, he does love talking animals.
Yep.
I don't know how I feel about him as Batman, but I'll give him a chance. I've been wrong about Keaton, Affleck, and Patterson.
This guy's as much likely to be Batman as someone like Christian Bale.
Yeah, I stand by Pattinson.
Yeah, I don't see this
not a fan
happening at all. This is not something this is a 99% no.
Never say never, Bruce. Never say never.
True.
Yeah.
Next rumor. Avengers Doomsday will show Dr. Doom invading Earth 616 with Doombots. The final incursion is rumored to take place at the Statue of Liberty. This is something that could possibly happen. It's more believable than Twinkle Toes over there playing Batman.
Facts. Yep.
Hey. Give that kid 10 months and a couple cycles, and he'll look like Batman if they want him to be that.
Oh yeah. In about a year's time, they'll be posting he ripped Batfleck suit.
Yeah.
We ripped the Batfleck suit. No, where was the Batfleck suit? Oh, it was in James Gunn's bedroom for a party. I'm just kidding. We were playing dress up.
Yeah, hey there, you want to be my Robin? You led me down that path. Sorry.
I know. It's fine.
I don't know. I'm still happy we're getting Doom. I just still don't know how I feel about the whole Downey thing, but I'll wait and reserve judgment to see how they pull that one.
Are they bots or is it the Parliament of Dooms? You know, like the Council of Kangs.
I think it's the bots.
I can see Bailey playing Nightwing, not Batman. Nightwing. I agree with you, Cliff, on that one.
And that's probably why he's going to wind up playing Bruce, because I said the same thing with Pattinson. If they had said from the word that he was Terry, I would have been down for it. But Bruce, no.
Hey, don't you think too? If they do Doombots, that's just almost just like Ultron.
Yeah, a bit.
I mean, like you're kind of just revisiting it.
I mean,
it does bring to mind his. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say it does bring to mind his reveal because they did have a whole lot of people dressed up like Doom for his reveal. So I could see some credence to this.
Oh yeah, this might be a factor too. They will never let Batman be played by an openly gay man.
You don't want the ambiguously gay duo?
I do. It's been implied in comics for like decades. Nothing new.
He's my ward.
Yes. I just happened to take in Wayward Boys. And no one has a problem with it.
I know
Hey,
you
now,
do.
Dick,
Love you,
that
baby.
was no wayward dick, Brucifer.
Yeah, what's the kid's name? Dick. Love it.
Coming soon. Cliff and Bruce show. The gay duo.
I watch it every week.
Well, don't worry, you'll get Midnighter and Apollo soon enough.
Yeah.
It should be called
in animation, though.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. That one sounds.
Batman 50
like the
Shades
smell
of
that.
Gray and Blue.
Thank you, DL, for
Thank
doing
you,
some
DL.
research. He's 5'11".
They should call it Batman 50 Shades of Gray and Blue.
I love it.
But you're right with the Dooms that came on stage when they announced RDJ. Doombots makes sense.
Yeah. I just hope they do it well. I mean, I've wanted a good villain in the MCU because we haven't had. They love either they're a one-off or they love turning a villain into an anti-hero. Or I want a good, solid, multi-story arc villain.
Yeah, stop killing off the good villains in the first movie.
Yeah.
And it seems like I don't know if you guys saw it. I think what's his name that's playing Rick Flag Sr. He said that he's going to be head of Argus. So I am assuming that Amanda Waller's number is coming up. She's going to be out as the DCU villain in DCU Studios video, universe.
Oh my God,
she's still getting her own show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they plugged the living shit out of her in the comics.
And what does Argus oversee? Argus oversees what? Checkmate, DEO.
Yes. Starlab.
Shade.
Shade is the Frankenstein Shade.
So yeah, like it's deep. It's not complicated, but there's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, it's a mirror. I don't really care. I don't care about the big DCU movies. I want the weird off, the weird off projects. I want my Swamp Things. I want the weird stuff that I enjoy. I don't really even care so much about the Batmans and Supermans and all that shit.
I think you're in luck, Joe.
Which is good.
I mean, if they do Swamp Thing, for the love of Gingy, please bring in Guillermo del Toro, please. Do it right.
I want Challenges of the Unknown. I want Metal Men. I want stuff like that with a foundation of DC sci-fi. Back
Alan Tudyk has already been confirmed as the voice of Dr.
G.I. Robot.
Creature Commandos.
No, G.I. Robot is Sean Gunn.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah.
And don't forget that G.I. Robot in the comics was in Sergeant Rock's Easy Company.
Yep.
So, all right, enough rumors. Box office this weekend.
Yay.
Number one, Moana 2, 135 million. That was just for the weekend. It was 225 for the week, 5-day week.
Yeah.
Nice.
139 right now.
Gladiator 2, 30 million. Red One still holding on. It went 12 million. Only had a drop of 2.5, which is crazy. The Best Christmas Pageant still there. Bonhoeffer, Pastor, Spy, and Assassin.
Let me see.
It's from that studio that did Sound of Freedom.
Okay. Venom: The Last Dance, Heretic,
Bonhoeffer.
Wild Robot, A Real Pain.
It's crazy. So they took a TV show from Disney Plus, stitched them together into one movie, grants $135 million opening weekend. Amazing. Yeah, Moana
And
2
that
is gonna
goes
be-
into this. This has been the highest grossing Thanksgiving weekend ever for movies with 422 million domestically. Moana 2 won 221. That was raised to 225. And 389 globally. Wicked 117. Gladiator 244. Over 30 million people in the US went to the movie theaters during this Thanksgiving break. That's insane.
Which is good. It's good. Which is good.
Yeah,
I've
it is.
only seen Moana 2. I haven't seen Wicked yet. I haven't seen Gladiator 2 yet. But it's still funny to me that Disney took a TV show that was meant for Disney Plus, stitched them together into a 100-minute movie, and it grants them this amount of money, which is just hilarious to me.
Yeah, the songs could have been better.
I think a lot of it, I could be wrong. A lot of it has to do with Wicked being sold out in most places this past week. Up until yesterday, I couldn't get a ticket.
Probably.
So you had to see something else.
Yeah.
That's what you mean? Like you just like, oh, what?
Well, I mean, it's a good.
Next one,
If you look at the top 3 movies,
Yeah.
I mean,
if you look at the top 3 movies, they appealed to a lot of different demographics. So you had a little something for everybody this weekend.
Mhm.
A lot of stuff that appealed generally to audiences and families. So it's no surprise that it was a good solid weekend.
I only seen one of the movies on this list right here.
Gladiator.
Yeah.
I
already
you
guessed.
didn't
I was
strike me as a
Gladiator.
Wicked fan.
Yeah, I'm not seeing Moana or Wicked either, but yeah.
Let's see. I've only seen Moana. Moana was decent. It's a very inferior version of the first film, but it's more like it feels like a glorified, expensive direct-to-DVD sequel that just somehow became a movie in theaters. Because you know how they used to turn their canceled TV shows and then stitch them together into one movie back in the day. This is
Are
pretty
you
much
talking about Gladiator 2 or
No,
Moana 2?
Moana.
Because it applies to both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gladiator
I
2
find
was
it-
unnecessary.
I find it crazy that Moana 2 made more than half of the original Moana's run already.
Which I mean, it's Moana. I mean, it's to be expected, and it's still what really kind of annoys me is the fact that this makes money, and if we're getting a stupid live action remake 2 years from now, it's because
Doesn't matter. It makes money. These kids' movies make money.
Yeah,
Families want to take their kids out and see a movie, and they want to see something that's safe and straightforward and fun, and you know.
I'm looking forward to the live action Moana. I know there's been a lot of controversy surrounding some of the casting, but let's face it, I'm probably not alone in partially wanting to go see it just to watch The Rock do the whole Maui song. You know, you're welcome. You know, in live action, because you really can't catch clips of that on YouTube much.
Yeah.
I wanna see it.
Okay, since this makes money, what's gonna happen with the stupid remake? Because I can tell you right now, it's gonna be the exact same movie. You got the same writer as the first Moana. Got the same guy playing Maui. What's the point? Oh yeah, The Rock.
It's in live action.
There you
go.
The Rock keeps flopping, so this is pretty much the only easy way out to actually gain some relevancy.
Disney does it. Disney does it with all their properties. They take everything they're doing in animation and make it live action eventually.
Well, yeah, but the Moana movie
was
more like a Rock decision rather than a Disney decision. That's just how I look at it. But it is kind of both angles. Both sides are kind of guilty of this. But still, a remake in 2 years after a sequel is crazy.
You're not getting a lot of love in the chat, Bruce.
I know.
They're hostile to you, Bruce.
Riggs is stabbing me in my back today. I'm the one supposed to be stabbing people in the back. But it just goes to show that for the last year, we've had people that make YouTube content, commentators, YouTubers, whatever you want to call them, and panelists saying you can't have two movies that are good in the theaters at the same time. They're going to cancel each other out. The 90s was big hits back to back to back to back, week to week. It's possible. If there's something people want to see, they will go to the theaters to see it.
The 80s even more so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the movies were a thing. I mean, I remember going to movies constantly when I was younger. I haven't stepped in a movie theater in forever.
Well, movies used to be the cheap day.
My kids have no desire to go into a theater.
That was a good point,
Yeah.
Mama Bear.
People go to Olive Garden and then go to the movies now.
Right?
Like
movies was
we
a
weren't
cheap
going to the
date
movies,
back in
man.
the
We
day.
were gonna go to Juvie, you know.
Yeah.
A movies was perfect. You got some food, you got entertainment, got a dirty hand job in the back of the theater. There was everything was taken.
Wait, what? What?
I had a
Extra butter
girlfriend.
on
She had
that
this move
popcorn.
called Twist.
The twist.
Schindler's Twist.
What?
Schindler's Fist? What?
I'm sure that's a movie too.
We never got that far. We just got Schindler's Twist.
Didn't make it to the fist.
Is that Schindler being down with the swirl? I mean,
it's so Moana 2 is the biggest Thanksgiving opening ever.
Damn.
Most was it domestic opening? Moana and Wicked 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Moana's 1, Wicked's 2. Wicked is the highest grossing musical now. It beat Grease.
mm-hmm.
People are winning.
I have a box up, so let me look at the list. Biggest Thanksgiving opening weekend. Moana 2 is number 1. Number 2 is Frozen. Number 3, Ralph Breaks the Internet. Number 4, Moana. So remember, mostly Disney. Number 5, Toy Story 2. Number 6, Coco. Number 7, Tangled. And then we got Creed 2, The Good Dinosaur, and Enchanted. These are the top 10. Most of these are Disney films, by the way. So they like to take over the Thanksgiving weekend.
Well, what is he going to do with the kids?
It's a big holiday weekend. All the kids are off. It makes sense.
Yep.
I think that's why they moved. What did they move next year? I think that's why they moved the Star Wars movie and put Ice Age 6 there.
Putting being a Star Wars movie replaced by Ice Age is crazy, though.
Hey, I'm trying to see the bright side of this. And
I know, but it's kind of funny though. Like, imagine, like, we can't do a Star Wars movie. Let's put Ice Age.
Oof. When's the last time the Ice Age movie was actually good?
The first movie.
Probably the last time a Star Wars movie was good.
Rogue One.
Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah, I'll go with Rise of Skywalker.
No.
Even though
I enjoyed Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah. Force Awakens was good. Was good because that had a lot of potential, and that led off with some really great possible stories that they really should have capitalized on.
Yep.
Yep. I'm That's already sunk into my brain, DL. That's all.
I don't know. I mean, they're pretty far ahead on the Mando and Grogu movie. They could always move it up.
Yeah.
That's just speculation or just, a thought.
When is it supposed to release? 2026?
Yeah, wasn't it May? They're going back to Memorial Day weekend with it.
Yeah, that's crazy that it's done wrapping and it's not released until 2026.
Wherever they showed the trailer. The trailer's out there.
No, I guess Styx has been waiting for Ice Age. He's been waiting 10 years for a new Ice Age movie. Because it reminds him when he was born. He was born in the Ice Age. He is that old. All right, moving on from colossal beasts that were Moana and Wicked. James Gunn Creature Commandos debuts with 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh man,
it's getting good reviews though.
Creature Commandos. This is a show that just tickles my pickles, swivel my nipples.
What?
We can't clip that.
Have you been smoking tonight? Have you been smoking? Have you been hitting that green stuff?
I have.
Do you mean? Oh, wait, hold on.
What is going on in the chat today?
You mean Quatom?
Yes, I see your icon.
Yeah, Morgan Weedman.
I'm excited. This is the first ever entry into DCU. This is, what is it coming out? Friday? Coming out
Thursday.
Thursday? Oh, man, 3 days.
I think we should do a spoiler stream right after it.
Say less.
I was watching a certain mad person's stream last night. And it was just something about this is going to turn a lot of people off, and it's going to get canceled because it's too violent, and people don't want violent cartoons.
Who said that?
Why?
I'm not going to mention names.
Have they not watched anything on Netflix? That new streaming service, Netflix.
Have you not seen?
Isn't that what they've been saying all the way along? Oh, it's DC's too dark. It's too gritty. It's too violent.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what are we going to get? Something bright, something colorful, and full of,
Have you not watched anime for the last 10 years, or read a manga, or read any Elseworlds DC comic, or watched Harley Quinn, Kite Man, The Boys, Invincible? Just a few shows that are ultra violent, ultra sexual, and gross sometimes.
Oh, you're forgetting that The Boys is sophisticated. And that was it. Who was comparing something to the boy? Were they comparing The Boys to this and other potential DCU or DC Studios projects? And it's different because The Boys is sophisticated.
Yes.
Not that last season.
So somebody opening the door.
Tiny woman crawled into a giant penis. Yep. Sophistication at its finest.
Oh, that show
at an orgy opens the door and gets covered in jizz. That'd be sophisticated.
Yes. Oh, that is the most.
I was thinking of the Mother Smoke scene. Very sophisticated.
Or the sex with the octopus. Come on.
Oh yeah, no, I mean
that
highbrow entertainment.
But apparently people that watch animated adult content have a problem with this animated adult content. No problem with the hentai or anything like that, but this show is just a crime against every religion.
I mean, DC. A lot of DC animation has been relatively mature to begin with, so
right off the bat,
yeah.
Well, this show is just straight up dirty.
Justice League War. They were being ripped apart in Justice League War. It was insane.
Yeah,
it was great.
And what do we get in the trailer? Weasel peeing on people.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, I mean, look at the Suicide Squad. That was like this gratuitous violence all throughout it. So, I mean, why would this be any different?
Yeah, Suicide Squad works better for me as an action movie than a superhero movie.
I mean, it's superhero.
It's an action comedy.
Yeah, I laugh out loud, man. If it makes me laugh, I'm in. I don't care if it is Venom.
Exactly. Obviously, I do want some comedy, intermixed into this stuff. But at the end of the day, this is superhero stuff. I'm not looking for a dance off, bro.
No dance off. Oh my
God!
Don't
worry, Jim's gonna have his dance off eventually.
That dancing scene in Venom. Oh my god!
I liked that.
There's something in this show for everyone to like, I think, and I don't know. It's one of those shows. I'm just like, I don't know how you can't like it. But
I don't know if I'm giving this one a chance. The trailer just completely was. It was meh for me at starters, and then you got to the whole peeing thing. And I'm like, ugh, no.
Well, you already know my stance, Mama Bear.
So. I know where you stand, and
I can't bring myself to it.
Yeah. All right, maybe I'll do finally do my first watch party for this. I'm not doing.
It's so layered. There's so many Easter eggs, and then each one of those Easter eggs has a story, especially if you know what it is, what it means, and then every character's origin leads to a whole other entire lore dump. Once it gets to episode 3, it's for me it was firing on all cylinders.
So you already saw it?
Yeah, I've seen.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right.
And
I didn't know. I was like, "What's he talking about?"
Yeah. Knew that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm
excited for it.
My biases aside, it's just entertaining show.
This is the DC stuff I like, so I mean, I'm happy that it's done.
In theory, I would have, because League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, one of my favorite movies. G.I. Robot, alone for me that's going to be hard for me to swallow, because his favorite word is one that's banned on my channel.
We'll say it here.
N-A-Z-I, yeah, no.
Family
history with that one, so there's
I
no.
did not see you saying that.
He's only trying to kill them all.
I don't know. I may give it a chance, but it maybe. But
it'll make interesting reaction. For someone that's not looking forward to this.
I definitely want to be if you're gonna do a watch party on Thursday, hit me up.
You got it, Power.
Will Max stream one? Yeah, because Max does it. He streams live, so I could be able to do it since it's on Max. I should be able to do it. Yeah, why not? I'll do a watch party. Everyone's welcome.
You could call it the Bruceicide Squad. See?
Bruceicide Squad. Roku! Welcome, buddy.
Bruceicide Squad?
Yeah.
Bruceicide Squad?
Or
you trying to cram in that Bruce thing? Oh my.
Bruce Commandos.
Bruce vs. Commandos. I like that.
I like Bruce Commandos.
Yeah, that's good too. Yeah.
All right. From now on, the fans of the channel will be called the Commandos.
We're going commando.
I was wondering who was going to make that joke.
I was wondering why everybody.
All right, everybody, drop your gear. Drop your linen and start your grinning. Bruce's Commandos are here.
And in honor of DL being here, this is my life.
Remember when Darren Aronofsky and Frank Miller were going to make Batman Year One, and it was going to be like
that would have been gloriously.
And then, like at some point in the script, it says Gordon gets drunk and cheats on his wife.
Would we get an ass to ass scene?
Probably.
What in Plastic Man? and Darren Aronofsky's body horror comedy Plastic Man movie that Ari Aster's helping him write. That's what you said you wanted, right, Joe?
I'd be happy with it.
I want to see Plastic Man. Damn it! I want to see Metal Men because I just got a first appearance of Metal Men. So not how much I paid for it.
They've already confirmed that Alan Tudyk is doing another voice in Creature Commandos, and that is of the creator of the Metal Men, Dr. Will Magnus.
So maybe you'll get a cameo or something.
Yeah. And I think they had the episode, the name of the episode. I think one of the episodes had metal or in one of the titles. All right, moving on.
Yep.
Here is a review for probably one of the best vampire movies we're probably going to get in a while, Nosferatu. Mm-hmm. Every age gets a definitive film of Stoker's vampire legend. Eggers has given us a magnificent version for today with roots that stretch back a century. The Hollywood Reporter. Are
Bro,
you guys
almost had Stoker.
To this movie?
Bro, almost had Stoker.
I know.
I love Eggers, so I was in from the word Eggers on this movie.
Same. I was like, oh, he's doing it. It's going to be great.
Yeah, when he said he had
you got to love it.
I've seen
100,000 rats on set for this movie. I was in. I was like, whoa, let's go.
See, when it comes to Edgar, I've seen parts of the. I almost said the Flash. Robert Eggers, the Flash. Imagine. I've seen parts of The Witch. I have not seen The Lighthouse, but The Northman Rules.
I love Lighthouse is still one of my favorite movies. I love that goddamn movie.
I like The Witch. I'm all for goats walking around. Their hind legs.
I'm all for living deliciously.
That's all Satan right there all the time. And The Lighthouse. I started watching it and I forgot I got interrupted, but I have to finish it. But for what I saw, it was actually really good.
Yeah, Lighthouse is fantastic. Northman is fantastic. He's a just damn good filmmaker.
It's like an
this one.
His movie.
They rigorously. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
No, I say it's just like an acid trip when you're watching his movies. It's a surreal feeling.
Yeah, but his attention to detail is fantastic.
Better than Morbius. Morbius is a vampire movie. It's not a good MCU movie. Damn it.
He's clearly in love with Lily Depp. It's
yes.
But I guess he's that kind of filmmaker where the male gaze is kind of part of it, even if you don't realize it at the time.
She's no Isabella Gianni, but it's
but who is? That's what I'm curious to.
Nobody.
The Smile dude is going to get for this Possession remake he's doing.
Oh.
How do you okay? So the Smile.
That's a movie you don't remake.
Oh, but he's remaking it, and I'm just like, maybe if it's Ana de Armas, I'll watch it. If no one's ever seen Possession, check out Possession. Was it 83, 82, 83?
Oh, please see that. And then follow it up with Herzog's Nosferatu.
Mm-hmm.
Let me. Did you guys, everybody on the panel, see the Salem's Lot on Max?
Yeah,
I did.
I did not enjoy it. I didn't dislike it. I'm sorry. I didn't dislike it, but I found it boring.
It probably kept me I watched the scary vampire parts, and that was it. That's all I cared about.
And there weren't that many of the scary vampire parts.
No. I like the vampires. I like scary parts. I liked when they were on the roofs, stalking them. I hated those kids in that movie. I wanted the whole cast to die. I didn't care if they got out the town or not.
I had the
I didn't care
same
about
problem
them.
I had with Alien Romulus. It's just, who are these people? Why should I care?
Yep. Why don't I care? That's why I was like, I should care about if something happens to these people, but I don't.
I don't know. I don't know. There haven't been a lot of. There's been good horror movies. There haven't been really good vampire movies.
Trying to think. No.
It's been a minute at least.
When? Like, what's the time? What's your starting and ending point? Ever?
The last 5 years, I guess.
Yeah,
it's got us there.
Abigail.
It's been all about slashers.
Abigail was fun.
What was that?
I didn't hate Alien Romulus. I thought it was
Last Voyage of the Demeter.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible.
That poor movie didn't get its due respect.
It didn't. There's another handful of different Dracula and vampire movies in development. There's Sinners. We've got Sinners coming.
Yeah, Sinners looks good. My problem with Demeter was, I understand it's going to be set on the ship, but after a while, just abandon ship, jump, do something.
No, but they're then what?
I know.
They just get them in the water. Fly down and scoop them up.
Think the ship, do something. After a while, people start disappearing, and there's no one else on the boat. Come on.
Yeah, no, I know. Shit strains credulity. You just got to go with it. How far can you suspend your disbelief?
Yep.
How many plot holes are you willing to fall into and never come out of?
True. It was something I saw today. I thought it was hilarious. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna pull a Max. I'm not gonna play the video or react to the video, but what is she doing? What is she wearing?
Is that real?
Brush out the wig. Jesus.
Yes. Hold on.
Oh my goodness.
It's muted.
Knock me over with a feather. A black Victorian raven feather. Move over, Jared Leto. Move over, Colin Farrell. This is a transformation so shocking.
What?
Not only do I have trouble believing it, but I don't understand what the point of it is. All right, so let's discuss. I can see Jared Leto and Colin Farrell stole.
I'm scared.
Performances. Like,
I'm scared. You're scared. We're all scared.
I don't see Skarsgård.
She was basically saying that he's playing the vampires so well that she doesn't recognize him at all. She thought they hired some low budget European actor to be inside the makeup, and she didn't know Skarsgård was still playing the character.
He's a Skarsgård. There's a bloodline there. That's
the eyes is freaking me out. Her eyes is freaking me out.
Right? She got them crazy eyes.
You want to see them bigger?
Not.
Well, let's not scare Blue Jay. And I thought that was a black and white wig. I didn't realize she was wearing a veil.
She's wearing a veil.
Oh my God.
That's what I thought first too, Mama Bear.
What's going on?
Not a wig.
I don't. Oh my God, Zaggy.
Love you too, Zaggy.
Someone hold me. We will be having a hotline later for anyone that was traumatized or triggered by this video. All right, I'm sorry to traumatize everybody, but I'm looking forward to this. I can't wait, and for them to let them do reviews 23 days out they have a lot of faith in this movie.
They tested this movie. This movie was tested rigorously over the course of pretty much this entire year. And there were reshoots, and which is always baked in. But the fact that they tested this movie so much kind of surprises me. But that's the way they do it now. So,
yeah.
What do you think of like releasing it on Christmas Day too? Like that.
I think it's glorious.
Filling horror movie on Christmas Day.
It gives it the whole, a lot of people are off that 7 days between Christmas and New Year's, and you don't want to go see the choices that are out there. Here's a horror movie for the horror fans.
Yep.
I think it'll do well.
So you're sick of Wicked and then Milan too, or whatever.
Yeah.
This is for you. Yeah.
If you don't want to go to Christmas Day's sing-along version of Wicked, you can go see this.
Yeah, we would. My family, my mom and dad, my brothers and I, we would go. They would, like that. My mom and dad would go see Roadhouse, and I would go, and I would take my brothers to go see Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. You know what I mean? Like, so I wonder if that doesn't still happen. I mean, I know that it does, but
you missed out on all that throat ripping for Indy.
Well, no, I got to. Like they came to visit me, and so we went to the multiplex on campus, and they drug. So yeah, I'm going to hang out with my little brothers and my mom and dad, who I don't care to see, and they certainly don't care to see me. Yeah,
I remember that. Everybody went and saw the movie they wanted to see.
Yeah, we would split the family up. Dad and I went to see Back to the Future, and mom and little brothers went to see Return to Oz. Like that. I don't have kids, so I don't know if people still do that.
Don't know.
I choose just not to go to the movies anymore.
Yeah, I really can't see movies being a big family event nowadays. But apparently Moana 2 corrected me on that one.
What's up, Brogu?
It's too expensive.
Exactly.
To take a family of 4, it's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, forget that.
I actually found a theater that's probably like 30 miles away where they have matinees for like $8. I was like, wait, what?
Oh my god.
Those floors are sticky.
It's not in the greatest town in upstate New York.
Yeah, I have an interest in a multi-screen, it's in my hometown, and it's got a historical landmark and all that stuff. And anyway, we get a lot of families on Sundays. The church buses don't stop, right? So they get group rates, and so the Jesus movies, they essentially sell out every Sunday. It doesn't matter.
Those movies do well. Those movies make their $10 to $15 million. Recoup their budget and then some. Those things seem to do pretty well. They're not going to be cranking out $100 million openings, but those movies have their audience.
Yeah, they do.
But I have nephews that still live there, and they work there, and it's where they hang out, and that's where they go on Friday and Saturday night, much like we did when we were kids. That's really the only thing to do, unless you want to drive into the city, So,
yeah. All right. Next up,
I just wish someone needs to bring back drive-ins in a major way.
First 8 minutes of Kraven the Hunter have been released. I did a reaction video earlier with Dave. It's up if you want to go watch the full reaction to 8 minutes of opening. I found it to be over the top. Holy crap, it was insane.
I can't tell if this is a smart move or a dumb move for Sony. Now, I did see the first 8 minutes. They show a little promise. I did like the kind of like maybe the atmosphere of the prison, of the Russian prison. I did enjoy the fact that Craven picked up a tooth from a tiger carpet rug and used it as a weapon. But I can tell that some of the stuff has been cut. Like I can't tell that there's been scenes that have been kind of cut off for the 8 minutes alone, or if this is pretty much how the movie's supposed to be. But I like what I saw, and I'm still, despite everything that Sony has done, well, in terms of the Sony Spider-Verse, I'm still interested in seeing this, and it comes out like next Friday, which I lost track of time.
You know, when me and Thay were watching it and reacting to it, you know, he said it also that this is what the first 8 minutes is what the whole movie of Let There Be Carnage should have been. You know, bloody, violent, a lot of killing.
Which is crazy because, like,
there you go, Brogu. You can watch. We watched the whole 8-minute trailer if you want to go watch. Check out the video, Brogu.
Which is crazy because, like, look, I like Let There Be Carnage. It's a dumb fun, but it could have easily done a rated R film. I mean, if they wanted to, because our rated films for comic book movies have done well in the past before this movie. So why the fuck not? But now they want to do this with Craven. That gives me a whole lot of interest. So the kills have some promise. I liked, like I said, the tooth thing, the tiger tooth, that was cool. Even the freaking the two dumbbells with the big weight dumbbell scene, that was kind of cool. It's just how he lifted the shit and just
that was cool.
Smashes them.
I think they had to release this because if you remember when in the very beginning when this was announced, he gave an interview and people focused on one part where he said he would be protective of animals, and people was like, "Oh, this is going to be a touchy-feely Craven. He's not going to kill."
See that out there, yeah.
And you know,
and that's not what it is.
Yes. And then the 2 trailers ago when they actually showed him, he got fighting the lion. Oh, it's a radioactive lion, not a radioactive lion. And the next trailer showed him actually taking a drug after he was attacked by the lion. So it's a little comic accurate, I guess.
I don't even know how they're gonna show that. I just want to see what the context of that is. It's like it's either is he bit by, because the way the trailer is he bit by a lion, like the lion's blood infused with him, or is he just? I need to see the full context of this movie when it comes out next week.
Oh,
I'm just looking forward to Russell Crowe botching another foreign accent.
Oh, I will say this. Aaron, was it Aaron Taylor? His Russian accent was spot on. His Russian was spot on.
I loved him in Bullet Train.
My wife has no clue who Craven is, and she wants to see this movie after she saw the preview. So there might be that out there for it.
No, I was watching the preview the trailer last week, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I mean, if it was you gave it a different name, it'd be a great it would be a great concept for a movie. But to say that this is Craven the Hunter and somebody who is supposed to be hunting animals, that's
not protecting them. Yeah, I mean they're flipping this script. Yeah.
Well, I think that's why they had to go the rated R, violent, gory route of him killing people in different ways.
Well, it's just the fact that you have a movie. You have a studio that's just, remember, who owns the rights to Spider-Man. they pretty much could do whatever they want. So the MCU is pretty much limited to what they really have. So we have Vulture in the first film. Second film is Mysterio. In the third film is a bunch of other characters from other movies, which made sense, but they don't really have. They could put in these other characters in Tom Holland's Spider-Man films, but they really can't. Sony is just taking these characters and turn them into anti-heroes and just say, hey, let's make a Venom film. Okay, sure, whatever. A Craven film. I would have liked to see Craven in a Spider-Man film, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm still excited for this movie. Well, not excited, but I'm just looking forward to it. I would like to see Craven in another movie.
They couldn't call it Animal Man. DC owns the rights to that name, Animal Man.
I'll be watching it on the. I'll be watching Craven on the Who Gives a Shit channel. Whenever it shows up there.
Yeah, that's that. I'll watch it when it's free and I don't have to leave my couch.
I can always watch something when it's free, even if it just came out.
Well, yeah, like I said, I just feel like Sony is very limited. It's Marvel. It's it feels limited. Like, sure, they have that deal with Sony, but I think that Sony's just taken over, so they can just say, "Hey, let's make a movie about, I don't know, Scorpion, and let's make a Scorpion movie." And like, we can't use him now, so what else do we really have?
There's tons of villains they could use in
it's why Universal hasn't made an Absorbing Man movie.
Absorbing Man? Oh, good God!
Nothing says Christmas like Nosferatu and Craven the Hunter.
Absolutely.
That's right, Brogu.
The thing that baffles me was Sony owning the rights to Spider-Man. Do they not have any of the comic books? Because all of these characters they keep putting out have no resemblance to the actual characters.
Because they're lacking the one thing that would tie it all together and give it an emotional center.
They could. Andrew Garfield, just he's waiting.
Spider-Man.
Yep.
It's just ridiculous to me. I think we know that it's so they can just keep the rights, right? They got to make a movie every 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's at some point Marvel can be like, look, what is it called? Brand dilution. Sue them for dilution of the brand over time.
Yeah.
And they have a really good argument. You know?
I just think Avi Arad is still pushing these things. I'm sorry, he's still around.
It's not him, it's his son Ari. And it's
his sonny boy. Oh God.
And Amy Pascal too, because she can take from Disney and she can take from Sony, right? She's what we used to call it skiing.
Wait, what?
She's holding on to two poles real tight. And
God. The way you said it's funny.
So she's playing both sides to get whatever she gets because she still pretty much calls the shots. She's the liaison between Kevin Feige and Tom Rothman, and she makes sure each one of them gets whatever they want for whatever they want, and then try to make it make sense. Unfortunately, none of it does.
Well, they never should have made any of these shitty movies. They should have made one good Black Cat movie, and work from there.
I know that one of the edicts of the Iger sanction is that before he leaves, before Bob Iger retires, whatever that means, again, that he makes Spider-Man whole in-house at Disney Marvel. And how that happens is questionable.
Like, okay, this is as much of a rhetorical question, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of weird how you have a studio like Sony that puts out the Spider-Verse films and how good they are, and then you have like Madam Web should be studying in a lab somewhere. To be honest with you, like I get they're different studios, but like Pascal and Avi Arad and his Sonny Boy are producers on both those movies.
And it's not like they've never worked on comics. You know, I don't know. It's just weird.
Open them?
Huh?
I don't know how they were able to swing Sony keeping like. Why isn't Sony putting Spider-Man in these movies? That's my question. Is it part of that? Is it part of that last renegotiation? They can't, because that seems stupid to me. Who would do that?
Don't fuck it up, Klaus.
Yeah, no, because in the last renegotiation, Sony gave Disney all of the merchandising. It was a 75-25 or 50-50 split, maybe. And now Disney gets all of the money. So that's why there's no action figures for Kraven the Hunter, and there are no pops for Madam Web, and there's no,
there's no market for those.
A Funko Pop.
Yeah, they won't license. They won't license anything for these Sony movies. Spider-Verse is different. They'll do a license for Spider-Verse, the 2 animated movies.
Oh my god! Can you imagine a Marvel Legends toy of Madam Web? Is crazy.
I know some people have taken some of the Scarlet Witch figures.
It'd be about as entertaining as the live action Madam Web.
There has been a Kraven sighting.
The Maestro. The Maestro. Is that Bradley Cooper? The Maestro?
It's a good Maestro.
I'm reeling it in.
If
you've never seen that clip of Bradley Cooper and Bradley Cooper doing his best Adam Sandler as Leonard Bernstein in his Netflix movie Maestro. Anyway.
But I'm looking forward to this. I'm going to go see it. The 8 minutes was enough for me to actually leave my house to go to theaters to see this.
I do want to see it though. I do. I mean, despite, like I said, despite the Sony films being very, oh my god, Kraven the Roblox Hunter, really. Like, despite the Sony films being very here and there, kind of just shitty, and some are kind of good and whatever, I do want to see this one. But you have Sonic 3 and kind of just in Mufasa, it was more like, well, we'll see.
You know what that 8 minutes reminded me of? Like, it would be the intro to like Tango and Cash 2. like a mid-budget 90s actioner, That would have been who would that have been in 1990? Who would have played Kraven in 1990?
Will Smith.
No, I could see a Kurt Russell. I could see a Kurt Russell. Kraven.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. He was still mildly shredded in 90.
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith was still going from West Philly to Bel Air in 1990.
Oh, yeah.
No, it would be Jean-Claude Van Damme or Oliver Gruner. You remember Oliver Gruner?
You could swing a Swayze.
I think
Don Swayze, maybe.
I love Don Swayze.
I think at that point,
he is so perfect in Next to Kin.
I think at that point Van Damme was overdosing in a hospital somewhere. So I don't know.
Ain't nobody craving.
Lee Jung-jae says he was shocked by some of the racist backlash to the Alkalite. My feelings were hurt. I can only have faith that racism will end someday, even though it's going to be hard. I guess it's hard to come from somewhere where there is no racism in a country where,
in Japan?
Korea?
I don't know if you want to go there.
Yeah, Korea. I mean, she's Korean.
Is it Korean?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's
still, it's.
I know. I'm talking about
that's a Western sentiment that I don't believe a lot of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Have you seen the washing machine, the washing detergent commercial from out there?
I'm also confused. I don't remember any racist backlash against him. I remember watching it and going, "Why is this guy a pedo in this show?" But he was a creeper the whole time.
Is he like? There's probably some context missing here. Was he talking about how it affected? His feelings were hurt for the people that did experience a racist backlash. That it maybe wasn't him. So I don't know. Like I said, there's probably something I'm missing something here that
something's lost in translation.
I feel like he's not talking. He's talking about himself. His feelings were hurt, but it was the racist backlash toward his fellow
castmates.
Yeah,
it wasn't clear if it was towards him or if it was more so towards the Amanda Hedlund.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember anything during that show running. Anybody bringing up anything about him and his ethnicity and that being any type of storyline anyway.
I doubt that he got it directly in some places. We can't.
Oh, everybody. I mean, it's the internet. Any dipshit can write anything.
Yeah. And as Anthony says right there, Star Wars fans can be disgusting.
Nobody hates Star Wars more than a Star Wars fan.
That is true. I don't know. It's always instead of just not watching or not commenting, it seems like it brings out the worst in Star Wars fans, and
because they always have hope. They always have hope. They always think the next thing. They think it might be bad, but in the back of their head, there's always that chance. Maybe this one's going to be the one. Maybe this one's going to be the one, and
And it's a kind of strange parasocial ownership, kind of give and take between the product and the person, the fan, and it gets weird,
let me just do this. I was talking to a Star Wars fan today, and he said, all I want before I die is for them to fix Boba Fett.
Shout out to Dom.
Give me a good Boba Fett story. I can only imagine there are so many fans that share his sentiment. Maybe not Boba Fett, but they want the Star Wars of old when they were like 10.
Not even that. I mean, I just think it's a big universe, and when you have people get excited when you hear, hey, there's going to be a book of Boba Fett, you're thinking bounty hunters, dens of scum and villainy. That's what you're expecting, not what was given.
Fire with the sand people.
Not playing with teenage scooter kids and sleeping in a bacta tank for 3/4 of the series.
Yeah.
So I understand people being let down by that. It's understandable, but I don't know. I set my bar excessively low for Star Wars projects at this point.
You have to at this point.
And then I hope I'm pleasantly pleased watching it.
Yeah, well, I don't
it's going to hurt my feelings, but
Denis Villeneuve at all. But I'm not going to say when I was let down in 1983. Sure, a lot of us were, and after then, you're just kind of like, yeah, whatever. And then the dude just pretty much abandons it for 16 years, and he didn't make it any better.
And you have this whole thing where George Lucas walks on water like he was perfect. It's insane that people see him like that. I don't know. Star Wars movies for me were never perfect.
They were always far from it, and that was part of what appealed to me about them, because that was the first time I saw a behind the scenes like making of.
Thank you, Terry.
A special, You know, like the first time I got to see how the sausage was made. You know, and thinking,
you call him Lucas Christ?
That's literal magic that they're making, photochemical magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how that affected my life and my future. And I don't know if I'm sure kids have that stuff today, but yeah, after Jedi, it's kind of like, okay, it's a commercial product now, in a much different way than it was for the previous 6 years, right? You didn't expect it just to go away, but it did.
I mean, but there's still a loyal fan base that kept with the comics and kept with the books and the novelization and stuff like that.
And then there was a one or two errant, like I think Blackthorn did a couple of 3D miniseries. They reprinted the newspaper strips, and then it was in 91 when the first Zahn novel came out, and even then, that, like, to myself and the diehard Star Wars fans that I knew, you know, we were still painting up our Boba Fett Horizon model kits, and we were sad there was no toy line. We had to buy the stupid little die-cast Action Masters. And so, yeah, I don't know. I guess living through the dark times, I just take it as it comes. Yeah, it's not gospel.
You know, you can, I don't know if this is you can draw the same parallel towards Star Trek fans.
I walked away. I mean, Star Trek made me walk away. I'll watch it. I'll watch like movies or stuff like that. But for the most part, I've given up and walked away from Star Trek.
You know, for the longest time there was no Star Trek, and then we get Star Trek and we get good Star Trek, and you know, the fans didn't turn on Star Trek like the fans have turned on Star Wars.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't know. There is a strong anti-Kurtzman movement within Star Trek.
Yeah, but there's
a very very loud anti New Trek.
Yeah, I mean, what Kurtzman did the Trek hurt me. But I like the old cold sterile science fiction.
I checked out
Star Trek.
I
did. I for the most part did as well.
You know what? Fuck you! I'm not watching this.
I love the new Trek. I love old Trek. I love all Trek.
Yeah,
My point was that. Hold on 1 second. My point was that Star Trek fans aren't sending racist messages to the stars, aren't attacking actors because they're not getting what they want. You know,
I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. It's just nobody gives two shits about who those actors are. It's smaller.
There's some fine acting going on in Star Trek right about now.
I like New Trek. I like New Trek better than I liked J.J. Abrams' Trek. But it is what it is. It's like, I don't know. I can't.
It's just to me. It's something different now, and that's fine. And there's people that like it, and that's fine. I'm not gonna. It's just I don't have an interest in it anymore because it's evolved into something very different than what made me like it, and that's fine.
You know, my point is, don't attack the actors. They're just doing their job.
Yeah, that's insanity.
That's following a script, a story that they were given.
Just getting a paycheck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know,
and that's not to say that they're not. They're heartless. They don't believe in it.
It's not what they signed up for. They didn't sign up for hate and disgusting trolls on the internet.
And stop doing press tours.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Nobody. If that's the case, stop doing press tours. Don't voice all your own other opinions that are going to draw the ire of fans and things like that by the dumb shit that comes out of their mouth because they're shoved in front of 80,000 different press people on a press tour and some sound bites come out. Don't do that shit. You'll get far less
We're in a
pushback.
new age now.
The
Everybody
actress
can
from
say whatever they want, whenever they want, without fear of.
The actress from
accountability.
what was that? Crap. What was that Star Wars show? With Leia and I can't even think right now. Before Alkalite.
What, Solo? On Solo?
No, the
or
series,
Obi-Wan. I mean,
Obi-Wan. She didn't do a damn thing to the fans, and look what happened. She got attacked daily. She didn't do anything. She didn't say anything that would upset anyone.
Okay.
You know, it was so bad that the cast had to come out and defend her. You know, it doesn't matter what they say or what they do. The fans will attack people just for being black, just for being a woman.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they're. Well, I mean, again, it's a new world. Any dipshit with a fucking keyboard can write whatever the hell they want. That's such a small, minute yet loud minority that says things.
Thousands of messages every day. That's pretty bad.
I mean,
we live in a new. It's a new world now where like there's no more cancel culture and wokeism is dead, and you just if you know any offense, you just kind of have to roll with, you know, and if you're on one side, you're expected to, you know, you're held to a higher standard than another side.
You know, it was
there's no the precedent is there's no standards anymore.
You know, they want. It's always been create a new character, create something new. They create a new character in Riva, and it was she's too angry. She's too cold as a character. You know, I don't understand it, but you know, whatever.
I loved Riva. Moses Ingram is awesome.
He was great.
It's nothing politically based on her color or her sexual preference. I don't care about any of that. I thought it was a great character, and I like how she looks.
I disliked that series, not because of her. I just disliked the writing in the series.
You
a lot of weird, dumb.
The actress that played
Leia.
Leia.
No. I just thought the writing was choppy. Parts of it didn't make sense. There were just stupid things that happened in it that it was just like, why did you do that? That makes absolutely no sense. You know, let me disable this gate so that I can walk around it. It's just stupid shit that happens in shows that just takes me out of a story because I'm like, what the fuck is that? Why? How do you go into a cave and you get to the other end first? Stupid stuff that just, it's like, come on, man. It's
all
takes me out of
it's
the
like
story.
the insert shots you see in movies where they're insert shots that are supposed to bridge seemingly one action to another action. Like a character looks one way and then another character looks at them, but in between there is like a second and a half insert of what they're looking at, but it doesn't help you at all. There's no geography in the scene. There's no visual plotting. And
I mean, stupid thing. Vader wants to kill Obi-Wan more than anything. And, you know, I mean, he has powers. They show how powerful he is. And then it's like, oh, whoa, shit. There's a little bit of fire there. I'm just going to stand here and watch the whole time. I was like, it's stupid shit like that just took me out of it. And,
they both did. Well, no, you're right. I mean, he could just easily jumped over the fire or just whooshed it out.
He could have done plenty of things, but it's just little things like that. So, I mean, it wasn't necessarily it wasn't Reva that bothered me. Although I'm tired of seeing people take lightsabers to the chest and be all right.
That's a disgrace.
Yeah. But
the lightsaber's been weakened now.
No, man, Qui-Gon was just a pussy.
Oh, here we go. You could go through molten metal doors, you know, with lightsabers, but now people can survive them left and right. You know?
Isn't the lore that it instantly cauterizes flesh?
Yeah,
not for Qui-Gon.
Yeah, Qui-Gon couldn't handle it. He was a weak, fleshy, weak Jedi. Like for me, like everybody likes to do the woulda, coulda, shoulda. If I did that, if I made episode 1, I wouldn't have had Qui-Gon in it. Qui-Gon would have been a character that they referenced off screen, and it would have been Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker.
Qui-Gon let his mother die.
Qui-Gon's why we got into this mess.
He could have saved. He could have just took him. They didn't have to go through the whole race.
Yeah, he screwed over Shimmy pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's what That's what I think I'm gonna like about the future Rey movies and stuff is that these Jedi.
That Jedi are assholes.
The new future Jedi are going to be having sexy time.
Yeah, I like I said, I don't care. I'm to the point with Star Wars, like I kind of am with Star Trek. I don't give a shit.
Well,
I'll watch some of the stuff when it comes out, but I just don't give a shit.
I think the rule for Jedis is they can have sex, they just can't have deep bonds.
Even better.
What is this? The lightsaber actually cauterized the wound that it made, so you can take a licking and keep on ticking.
Unless you're a weak ass poser Jedi like Qui-Gon Jinn.
What's his name survived? God.
I'm just kidding. I like Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon.
He has a particular set of skills.
Darth Maul got cut in half. He survived.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, but that was his anger and hatred that kept him alive.
Who lost the arm in the cantina? Was it Walrus Man?
Yeah. Qui-Gon gave up, just like Anakin's Luke and Leia's mother gave up. Padme gave up. She was a horrible mother.
Yeah. She was a horrible mother. I'll go down. I want that on my goddamn tombstone.
It was almost like she was trying to have those kids in Texas.
Can fight a rebellion, but twins are a bridge too far.
Sign me up. That is my circle friend, Virgo.
Hey guys, I'm gonna head out.
All right, later, Blue Jay.
Take it easy, man.
Yep, you guys have a good night.
All right. Next up, season 2 of Wednesday has wrapped filming. I am so looking forward to season 2.
Who'd they get this year? They blew up the cast this year, didn't they?
I know they have.
Lady, isn't the Gaga gonna be appearing in the season?
Gaga, yes.
Did we get Jamie Lee Curtis or someone like that too?
Jamie Lee Curtis is in this, I believe.
Is Tim Burton still directing?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see who's in this cast now. The main cast of season 2. Who's new? Same. It looks like the same cast. Gomez, Pugsley, Lurch, Fester. Still looks the same. Well, maybe this website is not updated. Christina Ricci, blah blah blah.
You know a delightful movie I watched last week at around 3 a.m? Vibes. Fantastic movie. Suggest everyone go back and watch it. Cyndi Lauper is adorable in that movie. Yes. Cyndi Lauper and Peter Falk. Cyndi Lauper is adorable in that goddamn movie.
I love me some Cyndi Lauper still. Vibes. You know what movie I watched the other day because I had to?
What?
1981's Heartbeats.
The robots?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
It's a deep cut.
Coming soon to 4K.
Wow.
I don't know if anyone wanted it in standard definition.
The Alan Arkish classic bomb Heartbeats.
I tried to watch Frankenhooker not too long ago. I couldn't do it.
One a day?
I will still go down and say Basket Case 3 is one of the most enjoyable movies to watch ever.
They
You can't go wrong with Frank Henlotter, man. You really can't. He's never made a bad movie as far as
I mean, literally, just watch Basket Case 3 up until the title scene, which is about 4 minutes or so, and you'll be hooked.
Frank Henlotter is a American independent filmmaking hero, legend, and he's given us some of the most vile, awful movies ever made. But they're so bad they're good.
Yeah. So
you didn't like Frankenhooker, huh?
No, I couldn't watch it. I watched it as a kid with my parents, but here we go. We have the first Mufasa Lion King popcorn bucket has been revealed. These popcorn buckets are getting out.
How are you supposed to have sex with that popcorn bucket?
I was waiting for that one.
Oh, trust me, Joe. Somebody will find a way.
You sit on the mountaintop. That's how you have sex with it.
It looks more. It looks more like a toilet.
Dildo.
I see it, right? Can't unsee it.
Yeah.
I rate all movies now by the fuckability of the popcorn bucket. That's how it works.
So far, Dune is your top winner.
Dune set a high bar.
Looks like a toilet. Oh, Dead or Alive is a good movie.
It ends with us. Popcorn bucket didn't go over very well.
I don't know. These popcorn buckets are. Where are people putting these things? These things are huge.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They sell. An upsell is always good.
Yeah.
You're just gonna make their money where they gotta make their money.
Amazon, they all go to Amazon, like shipped and sold by Amazon. It looks like every chain that has these is pushing them out the door to Amazon now. So you can pre-order them now, and what else?
Oh yeah, you buy them direct from like Regal and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can get them. You can buy them, on their website.
Them at the movies, and that's that.
The only one I really
go to any of your favorite movie theaters websites, and you can buy them there.
The only one I really wanted was the Bat Signal one.
Yeah, the Bat Signal one was cool, but then it became, they were super hot for a minute, and then at CinemaCon last year there was even a company that was making like small vacuum forming machines so you could make custom buckets, basically a 3D printer. A vacuum former 3D printer type thing that you could just feed whatever kind of design you wanted into it, and it would just shit out popcorn buckets in theater,
Wow.
So
yeah, that alien one
crazy.
Was cool. And finally, we have Tom King says although Lanterns features comic characters, it aims to engage with the audience on a real world level. He said, Damon, Chris, and I came up with a lot of love for the material, and we wanted to do what I've always done in comics, which is take these original creations and show why they're still relevant today and why they can speak to both the audience and the issues of everything we're dealing with. It feels like DC Renaissance. We're at the beginning of creating an entirely brilliant world.
That's translated low budget. That's that's translated to. Yeah. Not saying it's going to be bad, but
hey, as long as I get plenty of Jon Stewart, I'm happy.
Jordan gets drunk and cheats on his wife. Oh, that was Gordon, not Jordan. Gordon.
Gordon. Yeah.
Jordan.
They
didn't just take that from that script.
Gordon. I'm looking forward to this show. I know it's
Me
going
too.
to be Earthbound.
The discourse is going to be glorious.
Ooh. You know,
it's
when
the spiritual
the
successor to HBO's Watchmen.
You know,
There's
when it's
no- I
discourse
mean-
around an HBO show, you know it's going to be good.
The
That's
one thing
true.
that this
They
show
kinda have
shares
a
with
standard.
HBO's Watchmen is Damon Lindelof.
Hmm.
So I wouldn't be too terribly surprised if a lot of the ideas that Damon Lindelof had for the second season of Watchmen bouncing around in his head are going to end up in Lanterns.
Ooh. You know, this is it'll be nice to see Lanterns in live action after Green Lantern with Ryan Reynolds. Even though we were supposed to get a Lantern in Snyderverse.
Well,
But
he found it.
And remember, they spent who was it? Was it Greg Berlanti? Spent 2-3 years developing that Alan Scott show for HBO Max. That never came out. The one that Finn Wittrock was cast in as Guy Gardner.
Yeah.
And then who was it? One of the English Jeremys was cast as Alan Scott.
Yeah.
So and again, that's another thing. I'm going to assume that some stuff that was some of the good stuff that was developed in that period is going to end up in Lanterns as well. So some of that stuff was timely.
I would love to see Alan Scott in live action. He has such a tortured history as a character. Jeez.
Yeah. Long, rich history.
But you know, I think this will go well.
Yeah. So what do we know? We know who's in it so far. The four primary cast members, right?
Yes.
The 2 Lanterns and the mayor of the small town
and the sheriff.
5. The mayor of the small town, his wife, and the sheriff.
Yeah.
Right. So that's 5. And so what in the Midwest? There's a murder. They're there to investigate a murder that's central to the overarching narrative of chapter 1, right? So whose murder would call for an intergalactic police force?
A Lantern, or maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Another Lantern.
We know that. What is his name? The dude from Fear the Walking Dead, and Garrett Dillahunt is the mayor of this town they go to, and he's apparently belongs to a cult that has ties to some kind of vast alien belief in aliens, or how do you do conspiracy theories in a world where aliens and imps from the 4th dimension and
humans will find a way to have a conspiracy theory about everything.
Yeah, I know. I guess it would make it more interesting in a way. You know,
I don't know, but I enjoy Dillahunt. I enjoy Dillahunt though as an actor. So
yeah, and then his wife somehow is trying. There's some kind of I don't know if there's a DA story in there somewhere, but anyway, Peacemaker had some kind of conspiracy type stuff in it with the butterflies and how they had reached up into the upper echelons of power in global governments and corporations and stuff. So I think we can see some of that play forward in the future.
Do you think they're gonna kill off Hal Jordan in the show because he's older?
I hope so.
They have to.
Right.
I don't know.
I think they will.
Yeah. I don't know.
They might shuffle them off the story table for a minute or two, but I don't think.
I prefer Stewart and Kyle Rayner's Lanterns over Hal Jordan. Myself.
Oh man, if in Lanterns like season 5, they
Season 5.
They fridge Kyle Rayner's girlfriend.
Season 5. I'm hoping they can get to season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, no show should go beyond, no show ever in the history of television, save maybe 2, should have gone longer than 5 seasons.
Can somebody make the show From stop, please? By the way, can someone please just make that show stop?
From is gonna go as long as they get to 2.
That show is the most frustrating show to watch ever.
Max loves it. I finished the first season. I haven't started the second season yet.
It's the type of show that will never really answer a question, but you'll be left with 2 new questions every week.
I mean, it is the Lost guys.
Yeah, and they're living up to their reputation. Let me tell you, very frustrating. Very frustrating.
And we're gonna finish off tonight with this. Fandango's moviegoers' most anticipated December movies. Number 1, Nosferatu. Number 2, Lord of the Rings. Number 3, Kraven the Hunter. Number 4, Mufasa. Number 5, Sonic 3. This shocked me a little. I thought Sonic would have been a little higher.
I would have put Sonic at 3. Like, really. Nosferatu, I agree on the standing. Lord of the Rings, yeah. Sonic would have to be at minimum 3.
You know, it's funny. You look
is Kraven really anticipated? Is anyone really anticipating Kraven? It's happening. It's happening in December. I don't know if anyone's anticipating
it's the 3rd most anticipated December movie.
The thing about
Fandango? What is it?
Fandango.
Okay.
The thing about this list, I can see number 4 and 5 making more money than the first 3 combined.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
People love their.
I'm fine with number 1 there. I don't really care about any of it.
Live action.
We're getting John Wick meets Sonic. What's not to love? It's going to be a hit.
People love Shadow.
People love Sonic, and that's great. It's just not. It's not my demo.
Yeah. Two of these movies are, and 3. But I don't know. Nosferatu's is definitely Egger's biggest release, like screen wise.
Yeah.
The War of the Rohirrim is, I guess, just the less I say, the better.
That's going to be a wild card for me.
Well, Rings of Power kind of done some damage to the Lord of the Rings. So,
did you watch season 2?
Yep.
Really? And you still feel that way?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think everything's about to. There's going to be a shakeup in the world of.
Well, it's better than season
Middle Earth Enterprises here before long.
When I don't have any Ambien, I watch Lord of the Rings. That's what I like the Rings. I appreciate the passion. I like fans that are passionate about a universe that they love, and
Yeah, I didn't know Lord of the Ring fans were so passionate about lore and canon.
Oh yeah.
I did not know that until
I have gotten into arguments over it myself. I can't lie.
I've never read.
I don't know. So I got the books. I've got the 3 Peter Jackson movies. I've got the Bakshi animated movie. I'm good. It's like we talked about with Transformers. I was watching some. What was the second one called? Super Machine, Godhead, Transformers. The second Japanese season.
It was Headmasters.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it has some weird anime name. The first one was just the second. Well, the third one was Victory, right? Anyway. Yeah, I'm watching those, and I'm like, man, this is great, but this is where I can stop. I've got 4 seasons of the American show. I've got 3 seasons of the animated show. I don't need anything else. Keep making shitty movies. I don't care.
Yeah. That's the way I am with most properties anymore. I have what I enjoy, and the other stuff, if people like it, that's great. Keep making it.
Yeah,
for
you
them,
get
and
long in
that's
the
fine.
tooth, right? And time starts to feel geological. Like you lived through a few eras, and you're like, yeah, this is all bullshit, and you just want to enjoy whatever is coming without having to build a personality around how you feel about it.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Oh, it does.
I'm really high, guys. So
So I think that's what we're going to end the show. Thank you, everyone, for hopping on. I'm still recovering from Thanksgiving. I don't need to eat for the next 2 weeks. I will be living off the fat I gained. So please hit the thumbs up, like button. Check out El Necron's channel. Check out Mama Bear's channel. And have a good night, everyone. Thank you for showing up. Bye-bye.
nighty night.